All right, we are recording. Good evening, everyone. Happy Thursday night as we start to close out our month of January 2021. Hopefully, you guys have had an awesome and productive month. So, today's session is going to be Team Building 101. And we have this broken down into 3 parts. And again, yes, this is being recorded. So what we're going to do is, I'm Molly, hi, and then we'll introduce Crista and Marni in just a second. We're going to take you through 3 different scenarios of team building concepts. So I'm going to go on and I'm going to spend about 10 to 15 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the slides from the presentation. There's 2, maybe 3 slides that I'll use. And I'm just going to go through my portion of the presentation so you guys can hear that again. What we're then going to do is bring up Miss Crista. Crista, do you want to introduce yourself really quickly before we get started?
Hi, everybody. My name is Crista. I'm a gold consultant here. This evening, I'm going to kind of go through how to build your team, how to level up, and just so you guys know how to build those legs correctly. Welcome. I'm so glad to see that we have 54 participants on tonight so far. I'm hoping that this is a huge help to everyone.
Perfect. So that's Miss Crista. Then we have our amazing mentor and leader, Miss Marni Hernandez. Now, I'm probably going to get this wrong. So she's 2-star platinum and triple platinum. Is that correct, Miss Marni? I can't keep up. And so what she's going to do is at the end of the session, so I'm going to take 10 to 15 minutes. Chris is going to take 20 to 30 minutes, however long she needs. She has some slides prepared. And we thank her so much for sharing those with us and being so open in collaboration. Then Marni is going to open up her back office and she's going to show you the potential of income that you have to make here. And she's going to log in and she's going to kind of let you guys take a peek at the income potential that you do have on the team building side of the business, because what we're here to do is to provide transparency. We want you guys to understand your income potential and to not be afraid to go after it. So that's how our session is going to run. Marni's going to take about 20 to 25 minutes to do that at the end. And then we'll do some questions at the very end. If you guys have any questions at all, you can always put them in the chat box, but we do want to respect your time and we want to try to get through this in an hour and then 10 to 15, maybe 20 minutes of questions at the end. So we're going to go ahead and begin. And then once I finish up, I'll pass the reins to Miss Crista, and then Crista will pass the reins to Miss Marni, and then we'll move on from there. So let me share my screen. So you guys have probably all seen the presentation or somebody doing the presentation, right? And there's 3 slides that we talk about. So this is after we've introduced, how much it's going to cost for the business and things like that. And we go into what we call the optional referral program. Okay. And then we move on and we talk about the slides, and Crista will go into more detail on the team building of this, but we simply show the numbers and then we kind of tell you when these things pay out. So I'm going to break this down again. So for those of you who don't sit on presentations all day, every day, I want to be able to go through kind of how I talk it out when I present, so you guys can hear it and take notes, so you'll be able to explain it to your teams. Then we'll have Crista come in and she'll break it down even further. So what we do is we first introduce, and again, some of you might have not been on a presentation for a while, so this is a good refresher. We introduce the optional referral program, and we talk about either mitigating or completely eliminating your monthly expenditure, as Charles calls it, right? So mitigating means that it would almost be paid for, and eliminating means that it would completely be wiped out, and then you're running an expense-free business with those tax deductions. So executive being 3 team members that you have on your team, plus yourself. Bronze being 6, and this is where you can get your monthly completely taken care of. Let me put my mouse up here, okay? And this is where, because when I came on, right, Marni, the one thing that she told me was, hey, let's get your business expense free, just at least get to bronze. And that's what got the wheels turning to be able to rank up, because I didn't want to have to pay for my monthly any longer. And then 9 agents on your team, you become a silver. Crista will go over some misnomers when she gets to this section, but gold is 15 personals plus 3 silvers, okay, from different legs in your downline, and then platinum, from regular platinum, 1-star platinum, all the way up to 8-star. So that's kind of how we explain that on the presentation. Now, this is the key slide. Okay. Evolution Travel, a lot of people forget that it is a publicly traded company. And so we just want you guys to be able to know that it is out there in the market. So you can do your research, you can look into it, but it's publicly traded for a reason. And so then when I go into the presentation, I talk about how this residual income or this profit pool breaks down. And I use this example. So I work for an airline. But my airline, I work for Spirit. I usually don't say that on the presentation, but we don't pay out this profit pool check. Usually Q2 of the following year. We just don't do it. Okay. So, but I have friends that work at American and that work at Delta and that work at JetBlue and that work at Southwest. And so every year they're getting a bonus check. But when Evolution Travel came into the travel space and they partnered with Archer, they said, you know what, we don't feel like it's good enough to just pay our employees, but we're not, because we're 1099 independent contractors. So if we didn't sell travel, the company wouldn't be able to grow and exist. So they decided to give this money back to all of the agents monthly instead of having to wait a year and a quarter to get that for the profits of what's going on. So the profit pool is built on the $69.95 a month. That's what funds that. And part of that, I believe it's about half of that, goes back to a small profit and business expenses. Now, the other half of that, the other half of the 70, let's just call it 35, 34, that's going to go back into the pockets of the agents who decide to team build. And one of the big questions that we always get is, do I have to pay extra to be able to team build with this opportunity? And no, you don't. So you're actually doing yourself a disservice if you're deciding not to team build, because the money is already being put in there for you to be able to grab with the success that you have in the team building portion of the business. So I'll break this down really quickly. And I know you guys have all heard this before, but sometimes it's good just to get a little bit further explanation of it, which is what we'll go into next. So executives, right? That's 3 in your team. You're going to be making 13% of the pie chart, and that fluctuates. Okay, these numbers can change every month, anywhere from 47 to 63. These numbers could be updated as well. I'm not sure how they're looking right this month because I don't have an executive payout on any of my accounts. Okay, so 14%, that's bronze consultants. That's 6 team members that you have plus yourself. That's going to pay out anywhere from 88 to 120. So when I go over the presentation, I talk about a couple of things. One, if you stay at executive, every other month you could get your business expense free, but it wouldn't be every single month. Okay. Now, bronze consultants, when you get that payout, it's going to be more than $69.95. So that's how it's covered. And remember that you have to have, let's say your first month, you come on and you don't have any rank whatsoever. You decide not to team build. Then month 2, you decide to team build. Okay. So it's going to take you 2 months to be able to pay for that at the executive level. So it is something to really coach your new agents on. And if you're a new agent, you might have to cycle once if you're an executive to make sure that your back office wallet has enough to actually pay for that when they pull on your monthly anniversary. Now, silvers, 20% of everything that goes into here, okay, that's a total of 9 agents in your team plus you. That's $124 to $163 a month. Again, what I always say, it's not life-changing income, but it does start to replace your bills. And so when we do this in the presentation, we're actually talking about, we want people to think about what they pay for every month. Their car insurance, maybe their health insurance, maybe their Netflix bill, maybe their utilities, their gas, their internet, whatever it may be that households have to pay for, because, and this is the key phrase that I use, you have residual bills. Why don't you have residual income? And I picked that up from our gold consultant, Sushil Hoover. And when I heard her say that, it really clicked, because that's when people can start to resonate with getting monthly bills covered because of this residual income that's coming in on the monthly in our profit pool. And then I go on and talk about gold consultants. They get 20%. And again, Crista will cover this, but it's 15 personal agents alongside of the fact that you built up 3 other agents that are at least 9, which is silver. Okay, so a lot of misnomers on that one, and she'll cover it. But this one is where the bonuses start to kick in. So $750 a month bonus, okay, because you're starting to manage and lead and teach and coach and train other people. And then the 12% equals anywhere from $378 to $778 a month. And that matters how many people are in the pool. So if there's 10 gold consultants versus 100 gold consultants, splitting that 12%, that's why there's the difference in that scale. Okay, and that equals anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500 a month. And then the last portion that we always talk about is the platinum, okay? And we're very blessed to have a 2-star triple platinum on the line with us so that you actually get to see her back office. Because a lot of times new agents, and if that's you and you're on the line, you really think, well, I've never seen somebody show me my back office. I don't understand that, you know, Marni is making anywhere from $1,750 to $10,000 a month just on her bonus, not including the 30% that equals, let me pull up my Zoom, it equals anywhere from $2,000 to $2,500. So there's real income potential here. So when we show you this on the presentation, when you're sending people to understand about the opportunity, oftentimes, pretty much never, unless you're on Nikki's session, we don't talk about showing you the back office live, not just even a picture of it, actually going in and saying, hey, this is the income potential that you have. So you're going to get a chance to see all those numbers tonight, okay? And then we go on to the presentation, we talk about traditional income versus residual. But for me and the portion that I wanted to cover for you guys, that's pretty much it. Sometimes I feel like the presentation isn't broken down enough where you can actually learn from that and then learn to teach other people and explain how it's done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to go ahead and give the reins over to Miss Crista, and I am going to let her take it from here. She has been very gracious and letting us use the slides and you know, showing these for us. And these are something that she's been working on herself. This is, you know, this is her doing, and they're fabulous. So let's all go ahead and learn from Miss Crista, and I'll have you go ahead and share your slide and take it in more in depth, and I'm going to go on mute.
All right, you guys. So just to give you a little bit of background why I decided to develop this class was there was a lot of discussion, you know, in our back offices and chats and whatnot of, you know, how to really structure your teams, how to build them. I remember at one point I was on one of our bi-monthly meetings, and Nikki and Charles were like doing one of these numbers, and they were trying to explain, you know, who goes where and what's on where. And so I just was like, you know what, I'm a visual person. There's probably other people that are visual people too. So I did put this together just so that way you guys can get a better idea of, as you're building, where to put people, how to do things. So the very first one is our executive, which Ms. Molly did explain a little bit of these ones. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on them. So executive is 3 agents under you. So you have 3 agents, which makes you executive. The residual payout 47 to 63, which is that 13% of the profit pool. You're mitigated. Now, one thing that I want you guys to understand, and I'm going to reiterate this on all of the slides, you're making 10% of each of those agents. So if each one of your agents books a trip, remember, they're going to get the lion's share. They're going to get that 80% of what they book. Archer gets 10% and you get 10%. So as we move along, you'll see bronze, again, it's you with 6 agents underneath you, residual payouts 88 to 120 per month, which is 14% of that profit pool. You guys, as I'm doing this, screenshot this. If you're a visual person and you know how to screenshot on your computer or on your phone, I would screenshot this. You can later on go back as you're building your team and being able to do this and kind of figure it out. Again, at this point, this is when your monthly fee is eliminated. You're still making that 10% of each of those agents 1 through 6. Silver, again, you've added another 3 people to your organization. So you with 9 agents underneath you. Residual payout is 124 to 120 or 163 per month. It's 20% of the profit pool shared with all other silvers. So that's where that fluctuation comes. Now, silver, I'm going to tell you, can be a pretty populated piece of the pie. So you will see This one I see fluctuate the most. And that's just because there is quite a bit, as you will see in the next slide, a lot of backlog in silvers going from that silver to gold. So I just kind of like to put that out there, that a lot of people stop in silver for quite a while. Again, you're making 10% of each of those agents underneath you, 1 to 9. Now, this next slide. Now, during the presentation, they always show, you know, gold at 15. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but I got to 14 and I was like, oh man, I'm 1 away from being gold, from getting that big paycheck. And then realized that wasn't necessarily the case. And that's something that I want you guys all to understand. Getting 15 agents underneath you is just the first landmark of getting to your gold. You're getting 15 agents underneath you. You are still making silver pay. So you're gold qualified, which means you have 15 agents direct to you. Your residual payout is still that 124 to 163, which is the 20%. Again, your monthly fee is still eliminated, and you're still making that 10% of each of your directs. Now, this is where it gets a little bit more confusing. And I'm going to spend a little bit of time here. So you had your 1 through 15 direct to you. Now, in this chart, because of where I had space, I chose agent 13, 14, and 15. But it could be agent 2, agent 5, agent 12. You have to have 3 of your 15 have to have silver, or have to be silver, which means 9 agents under them. Gold is when you have 15 agents direct to you and 3 of your directs are silver. Your residual payout is now where that big jump comes in, is at $378 to $778 per month, plus that $750 bonus. You're now sharing that 12% of the profit pool shared with all other golds. Your monthly fee is still eliminated. Now here comes in another big point. You are only making 10% of your direct agents bookings. So you are only making 10% of agent 1 through 15. You aren't making any of that. You're not making 10% off of your agents, which is like a big thing. This is what I like to point out, especially when you're doing team building. This is a big thing that sets us apart with from MLMs, is that in other companies, that's not the case. And in traditional MLMs, they still make money off of those agents that they have signed up, or their agents have signed up. And that's not the case here. You're only making 10% of your direct agents, because that is the company's way of saying, hey, thank you for teaching, for molding, for training these agents. And that's kind of your pay for part of helping them, because, you know, as your agents are new, you're really going to have to hold their hand through their first couple of bookings and whatnot. Now, something else to be noted is that it has to be a silver somewhere within that leg. So I didn't know this, and actually when I first taught this class, Courtney Palladino pointed this out to me. Say agent 13 has 6 people in, like they have 6 people, so they are a bronze, but one of their 6 people is a silver. That will still qualify you for gold. It has to be a silver in a leg somewhere. So that helps a little. That helps, you know. So maybe agent 13 was a silver, but they dropped silver, but they have a silver underneath them. You won't lose your gold. I know that sounds a little confusing, but as you build, you will understand that. Now, double gold. You all hear people say, oh, double gold, triple gold. Matt Daniels was our very first ever quadruple gold. And this is how this happens. I had to shorten up this screen a little bit. So you have an account, your first account, which is you, number 1. you have 15 agents underneath you. One of those 15, you've decided you want to be in that place where you can hit double gold, triple gold, quadruple gold. So one of those 15, you have now made your second account. So with that second account, you're going to build it just like you built your first one. You're going to get 15 agents underneath you, and 3 of those are going to be silver. Same thing, triple. One of those direct to your number 1 account, you would make gold. Same thing, third one, make it gold. So that's how you're hitting that triple and quadruple and double gold. As a double gold, you're now making 2 gold paychecks, which is that $378 to $778 per month plus a $750 bonus times 2. So now you're making $756 to $1556 per month with a $1,500 bonus. Remember, you are only making 10% of your direct agents. So you're not making money off of your agents' agents. Now we all hear EVO 100, EVO 200, or Platinum. Now, in order to get to EVO 100, 200, or Platinum, your legs have to be built in a certain way. You can't have one leg that is heavier than other ones. So you're going to have, again, we're going back to the U plus 15. So the way that you're going to get to EVO 100 is 100 active agents in your organization, but you cannot count more than 33 agents from each leg. So for instance, agent 1, and we'll go through this in a couple more slides. There is, I'll show you what I mean for those visual people. But for instance, agent 1 has 3 people. Agent 3 has 33 people. Agent 5 has 5 people, so on and so forth. You're going to add up all of those agents to equal 100, but no leg can, you say leg or agent 10 has 40 people, you can only count 33 from that leg. And so that is how you're going to build EVO 100, 200, or Platinum. EVO 100, max leg count is 33. EVO 200, max leg count is 67. Platinum, you have 300 people in your organization and the max leg count is 100. Then you get into your 1 stars, 2 stars, 3 stars, and those numbers grow exponentially, but your leg counts are still, you still have, they have to be evenly distributed. And so that's why you might see people that are, they're 3-time platinum, but they're not a 3-star platinum, because it depends on how those numbers play out within their legs. And this is kind of what I mean. This is a good one if you guys are screenshotting, that way you can do it. But on the left, you can see the 6 positions. You have your, your consultant, your executive, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and how those pay out, as well as your platinum status. You can see, 4-star, what is it? A platinum is 300 in your organization, monthly income $1,750. They have these different breakdowns in there. On the right, if you don't want to add them up, everybody's a little bit differently how they want to figure out their legs. So this is a good form for them. And it's for which position are you calculating? Leg 1 has this many minus, you can kind of just play that. And it shows here your maximum leg counts. EVO 100 is 33, EVO 200 67, Platinum 100, 1-star 167, so on and so forth. So it's evenly distributed. Now this page is a little bit hard to read, and I apologize. That's why to the right, I actually wrote out the numbers for you. On the left is a screenshot I took of my back office, which Marni will show us in a little bit, where we're getting these numbers. But basically what I did is I pulled up a list of my agents underneath me under my first account. And I basically tallied 1 + 1 + 7 + 10, so on and so forth. As you go down, you'll see where it says 33 plus, and in print, or it shows 34 in red, it's because I actually have 34 agents in that leg, but I'm only able to count 33 when I'm going for my EVO 100. So when I add up all those numbers in black, it shows 77. So you're 23 away. Sorry, I can't math right now. I'm 23 away from EVO 100. And so you just kind of watch that just to see how close you are from that. That is the ends of my slides. I'm going to go ahead. Like I said, at the end, we're going to go through some questions and answers. I will let Marni take over from here, and then we will we can come back to this and we can answer any of those questions that you guys are wanting. All right, Miss Marni, it's all yours.
We've got to get her to unmute. 1 second. All right, Marni.
Got it. All right. Can you hear me?
Perfect.
All right. Welcome, guys. Aren't they fabulous? Molly and Krista, amazing, guys. So thank you. And thank you, guys. 76 people on here tonight. Amazing. So again, thank you. You know, we're all here to help you guys. So I'm excited. These guys did a wonderful job explaining everything. So now I'm going to show you the money. Show me the money. That's always the fun part. All right. So, you know, I've been with the company 5 years. Okay. I just started building as a team 2.5 years ago. Okay, guys. And I did it part-time. So I started out with my one account. This is my one account here. I currently have 2,000 people in my team now. Okay. This is, again, a team effort, guys. We all share, we all help each other. Okay. So what happened was, you know, I signed up under Nikki and just, you know, tried to start building and stuff, and was kind of confused, trying to, you know, just get numbers and talking to everybody and stuff. And I, you know, grew, and then I dropped everybody, and then I started back doing it the right way, and knowing where to put people and how to maximize, you know, the usage to get the most money, because my goal was to become self-employed, be able to afford, you know, my own life and travel the world, like is what I'm doing now. So that's what my goal was. And so that's what I put my effort into. So what happened was I signed up, you know, my one agent, okay, or myself. And then I ended up, let me go ahead and show.
Hey, Marni, we can't see your screen, honey.
Oh, let me share. Sorry. Hold on, guys. Can you see me now?
Perfect.
All right. All right. So again, yell at me. I have two screens here. Okay. So this is my back office. I have 12 directs now on my main account. Once you end up earning or getting to platinum, you end up, it doesn't matter. It's a matter of 300, 1,500, 1,000 or whatever. You don't have to keep your 15 or your 9 or whatever to qualify. Okay. So right now I'm down to 12 on my personal account. Okay. But if you look here, when I signed up, I built myself because I didn't have builders on my team. So I had to build myself to get my gold, to get my platinum, and earn that extra income. So what happened was I added myself here, Marni Lou Hernandez. I added my daughter, I added my other daughter, and that's what I did. I built them to silver to get me to my gold status. Okay. Now let me just show you real quick my total downline, and so I can kind of show that to you how it kind of works. So I've got 2,000 people right now. Now I want to go ahead and show you, of course, we've got a lot of reds, but so what happens is, you know, you look and you say, okay, so my Marni Lou right here, this is my second account. Now you can have 4 accounts, guys. Okay. 2 of them with your social security number, 2 of them with a federal ID number. Okay. So this is my second account. Now what happened was I did let me show you this real quick, just so I can kind of let you see. These are my these are my accounts, okay? So I have to try to keep track of everything. Can you see the screen? You guys see it okay?
Yes.
All right.
Perfect.
So this is my main account. Then what happened was I built my second account here. Then I built my third account as a federal ID number. Okay, again, I'm building myself. This is my daughter's account, my other daughter's account, and then I have my son and my daughter. Okay, so I'm building my kids' accounts because for one thing, you know, now they have the benefit of traveling and everything, but now they're earning money also. I'm working the account though. So what I wanted to show you is how I did it though. So again, I started with my 71207. That was my main account. And then as I said, I had to bring on my daughters to get me my 3 silvers. As Crista said, you have to bring on 3 silvers. So your gold account is 15 across and then 3 silvers underneath there. That's where you guys should be focusing on, okay? Because that's life-changing money, $1,200, $1,500 a month, okay? And as she said, even though, you know, Marni Lou, I may not have 9 in this account, whoever's in that account with me could become a silver and count towards that level. Okay, guys? I know it's kind of confusing on that part, but what you want to do is, again, you want to find builders to help you to, again, grow your business, or you can do it yourself. That's what Matt did. Matt went in and signed up himself to 15. He added a second account. He got that to 9, added another account as a federal ID number, got that to 9, and then his third account, got that to 9. So he built himself his 3 silvers. So bam, he got to gold. Same thing, he went to his second account, started doing that. And, you know, that was the right way. Here, I'm all over the place because at the time, you know, we were doing presentations over the phone. Okay, guys, you guys have it easy now with us doing the presentations for you. I was at work full time. I was calling, okay, I need you to call this person at 2, this person at 3, and doing 3-way calls that we were presenting. So yeah, it was kind of weird back then, but now, you know, you guys, you have us to help you to present the company, explain everything and stuff. So let me just show you real quick. I know I'm kind of going all over the place, but I want to show you the money, okay? So this is my main account. I now just got promoted to 2-star platinum, okay? So I don't think I got the pay on that yet. Yeah, I haven't gotten the pay on that yet because I just hit it. So I'm going to get the pay on it for next month, okay?
Congratulations, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Make sure you guys put congrats in the chat because she has worked very hard for that.
Yeah, sorry, I'm nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous, guys, but so I just want to kind of show you, this is your back office, guys, okay? This is where you will see your wallet, okay? And as we talked about the money, okay? If you look down here, let me kind of go down from the very beginning. But I do the CBD also, so you'll also see some additional income from that also. But I wanted to show you what happens is when you become, like here, I was just an executive in 2017. All right, so that's $54. That does not cover your 69. Even though you got $54 coming, they're not going to take that 54 out of the 69 and only take out the difference. That's what you guys got to understand, because a lot of people think, oh, I've got 54 coming in. They're going to go ahead and just take the difference. And then you get overdrawn on your account and then you start stressing out. So that's what you got to pay attention to when you start doing your team building or you're earning your residual. You got to realize you have to have the full $69.95 in the top in your wallet, and it'll show right up here how much is available. Okay. If you don't have, if I only had 43 in here, they're going to take that $69.95 out of the card that's on file. Okay. So make sure you guys remember that. So as Molly said, when you become an executive, you have to go through 2 cycles to get enough in your wallet to cover your monthly. Okay. Does that make sense? And do you guys have any questions on that part? because that's a lot of confusion. I get calls all the time on that. Hey, my residual, I was supposed to get, I got my residual and my payment came out yesterday. I thought they were going to cover it. Now I didn't get paid or something. You have to make sure you're active, and you have to make sure you have enough in your wallet before payday or before your payment comes out, or you're not going to get paid. Now, you want to also double check right here, down here at the bottom in your back office. It will show you right here when your next payment is coming out, so you can be prepared. Now, let's just say, we got paid on the 22nd. Let's say I didn't get paid till the 23rd. That you can't think, oh, I'm going to get paid tomorrow, so I'll be okay. No, you need to make sure you have that covered, because that residual will be in the next day, and then it's not going to cover it. Okay. So do you guys have any questions on that as far as how that's handled? Now, bronze will bring you in enough to cover your monthly. It's usually 88 to 120 or something. But again, you may get bronze. So like the end of this month is the 31st. Whatever you are ranked on the last day of the month is what you will get paid for on the Friday after the 15th of next month. Okay. So make sure you pay attention to that. So you have to be active before the last day of the month, because you want to qualify. And then you have to be active and have your monthly paid the Friday after the 15th to get paid. Okay. Those are two important dates. You also have to make sure to remember, if the 15th falls on a Friday, we don't get paid till the next week, which is what happened this week. Friday was the 15th. We didn't get paid till the 22nd. Okay, guys. So keep that in mind for paydays. Okay. And again, that's residuals. Okay. We're talking about residuals, has nothing to do with commissions. But let me show you, these are just past things. So I went from an executive to a bronze. Now back here, bronze was 129. So as I said, $69.95, you have enough to cover, plus you have a little extra to go out to dinner with or something. Okay. So that was what the payments were. Now, as Crista went over and Molly, in the profit pool, we get a percentage. So we could have 100 silvers and 50 bronze and 25 executives. Okay. So they get a portion of the profit pool, but then the next month we have 200 silvers and only 25 bronze or something. So the silvers is going to probably drop, because you're divvying it out to 100 more people. Okay. So that's why it's not at a set amount. It fluctuates based on the number of silvers or the number of bronze or the number of executives per that period. Okay. Any questions on that, guys? So, okay. So as I said, bronze is where you want to hit. I try to tell everybody, let's hit, get you to bronze. That'll cover your monthly. You won't have that added expense. Plus you have that extra 10% coming in from those agents. Okay. Now, when you're doing the steps to success, that's 49. That's you get your $49 back. You need to become an executive. So that's only 3. So again, your goal is to hit 3 to get your $49 back, but you want to hit bronze to cover your monthly. Okay. Those are 2 kind of goals, short-term goals. Okay. Your long-term, of course, is to hit gold, platinum, because that's when you start getting the bonuses. Now, let me go up here and I can show you, like here's silver's 159. A lot of times silvers and bronze are kind of close to each other. Okay. This is 161. 120. So it's only like $30 difference. So, if you hit bronze, you should be happy. You're covering your monthly. Silver's good, but it's not it, because there's a lot of silvers out there. So of course you always want to go higher and higher, but I'm just saying that if you hit bronze, you're still going to get a good chunk. Okay. And then gold is when you start getting your, bonuses. Okay. 750. So right here, it was what, about 1100. So I withdrew, 1,000. They take out your monthly fee. Right there, it's about 1,000. This one was 500 versus 356. So again, depending on how many golds there are, it could fluctuate. So here it went from 356, so jumped up, almost $200. So here it went down 20 bucks or whatever. Okay. So then these are my gold accounts, or this is one account that I get paid on gold. Okay. Then I ended up getting platinum. Okay. So platinum, the bonus is actually $1,750. Okay. But with the platinum, you have to have 300 total. And as Crista went over, it's 100 per, no more than 100 per leg. And I want to show you on my thing how that works. Okay. So what happens is you have to have 300 paid people. Okay. Paid agents to earn that 1,750 bonus. So as you see here, I didn't have in August, I didn't have 300 paid. So I got the ranking, but I didn't get the extra bonus. Okay. So as you see here, again, I didn't get it. But here I got it. Okay. So it took me a few months to get that additional bonus. Okay. So that's platinum. And as you see here again, 2,700, 2,600, 2,100. But then that added bonus really picked up and helped a lot. Okay. So right here, again, probably had a lot of people drop off. So I lost the extra 1,000 again. Okay. So right here, let me show you, and these are E3, these ones here are my CBD oil. You get paid weekly on that. So it's in your back office. If you guys want to make extra money, it pays for my bottle that I get each month, plus a little extra. Okay. So again, here I got the bonus again. Here I got the bonus again. So $17.99. Okay, there. This was kind of a bad month. April went from 2,100 to 1,800. So again, it fluctuates based on the number of gold, platinums, etc. Okay. So let me go about up here. All right. So 2,500. So which one is this? 25 platinum. Oh, this is my 1 star because I got 1 star. Okay. So 1 star, you get, I guess that's 2,500. Yeah. So I got the 1 star bonus there. So as you see here, I went from a platinum to a 1 star. Now my 2 star is a $5,000 bonus. Okay. But again, I have to have, I think 1,500 paid. Okay. So let me show you how that works. All right. So you go to your dashboard and you go down here. And it says paid downline. Okay. So if you look up here, I've got 2,000 people in my team, but only, the monthly and stuff, the way it works, and, people drop it and everything. So as of this month, I only have 979 paid. Okay. Meaning that I'll get my bonus of the 750, platinum is 300. And then, what's the 1 star is, I think 1,500. So I need to really make sure people stay active and get paid. So that way I get that additional bonus. Okay. So this is where you check. So you can also check over here under my team and then active leg counts. Dang, I should have taken my CBD. I'm kind of nervous. All right. So as you see here, this is my daughter. This is my account. This is my other daughter. And then as you see, then there's other agents of mine count as a leg. Okay. So here I've got 700 in this group. Okay. So let's say I'm shooting for, what is it? Platinum or, which is 300. Let me go ahead and pull up these accounts just so I can show you. Okay, I'm going to log out of here and I'm going to, and it's changing. As you guys know, or you may not know, at 45 minutes past the hour, they always go in and update your account with your new agents or anybody that drops off. So as you see here, we were at 2,069, I'm at 518. So when you look at it at 45 minutes past the hour, you're going to say, what's going on? That's what's going on. They're just updating it, okay? So keep that in mind. Also, the cutoff on the last day of the month is 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, midnight Eastern Time. So you could have somebody drop off at quarter till midnight, and you'll have to replace them in those 15 minutes. So you want to keep track. If you are a team builder, you want to keep track and pay attention to that. Okay. So I just want to show you real quick. So this is my downline. So as you see here, I've got two, well, I need to wait a minute because it's being updated. So hold on. All right. And while we're waiting on it to be updated, I just want to share with you guys, you can go into your list. It's down under here under team, my downline list. And you can actually go in here and search and see how many people enrolled. So I want to see how many people actually enrolled today in my entire team. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to 0. So as of today, I have had and again, this isn't me, this is my whole team. Okay, guys. So 35 people signed up just today. Okay. With our team. All right. So you can check that. You can also check who went red, who didn't pay their payment or something. You can go right in here, click this, show people that have come off. Now, I don't know if it'll show today. I usually go back in. Yeah. So all these people in red became inactive today. So we have 15 people. So these are people that you'd want to go in and follow up with and say, hey, I see, you know, you're inactive. Let's get you active, especially now at the end of the month. You want to keep up on these guys and make sure. Some of them, you know, oh, I didn't realize my payment didn't go through, or, you know, I changed cards, I forgot to update it, etc. So you want to follow up with them, okay? Because again, these will count towards your ranking, and especially at the end of the month, you definitely want to follow up on this, okay? I've been going into my entire team and sending out a note every day. Hey, you know, you're inactive, let's get you back started, etc. Okay, so I just wanted to share with you how you can help to manage your people. Okay. All right, let's go back in and see if they've updated it yet. Also, if you guys have any questions, let me know. All right, so I'm just going to kind of go down here. They're not totally updated, but I just want to show you. So this one's got 352. Okay. This one's 374. Now, as a platinum, I need 300 people, right? So if I go here and click here, this one has 100. Remember, you can only count 100 per leg to qualify for platinum. Okay. Meaning 96 people here don't count. I can't use them. So I have to go down here and look, okay, where can I build to get my 300 people? So right here, I've got 75. I can add another 25 here. Then, you know, of course you want to add, you know, you want to help your others and help them build. Here, my second account, I can bring this up to 80 more people to qualify. Here, bring that one up to, you know, another 41 people. Okay. So that's what you want to look at when you're looking to team build and qualify. You want to go into your list and see how many people are here. If you have a strong leg, you don't want to put people on this one, like right here on this one. I don't want to put any more people here. So I'm going to probably focus here or here, you know, because then you want to get them. Like this one's right at silver. Well, I want to make that a gold. So how can I do that? So you're going to go down here. Remember, you need 15 across, and then 3 of those need to be a silver. So you kind of look at your active downline and you see here, Okay, this one's at a bronze. So they only need about 3 more to get to silver. So there's one of my silvers. Everybody else here is just at 1, 2, here's 2. So I probably want to work on helping Wanda, and then I'll probably want to add another builder here or something, because I don't have anybody else that's building. Everybody else, you know, maybe just started and stuff. So you know, you want to help your team understand this, you know, to where, look, you only need 3 for your steps to success. You only need 6 to cover your monthly. Let's help you get there. Okay. So let me just show you my daughter's account, or I'll show you my second account. This is the one I made platinum. So that one I got to 2-star. This is my platinum account, I think. All right. So this is my second account. I've got 27 now in this one. Okay. So as you see here, got some reds, but you want to go down and see, look at who's all here. You want to see who's, you also want to look and see when was the last time they logged in. If you sign somebody up and they haven't even logged in, like this one, Cassandra, she signed up on 110. She hasn't even logged in yet. I need to find out why. Why aren't you in the system? Why aren't you checking things out? This one here, she's inactive, but you want to try to stay on top of your team. Okay. This one was November. Okay. What's she doing? She's, you know, hasn't done anything since November. A lot of people, they'll use this for just their perks. Okay. So remember that also. Okay. So let me just show you real quick again, and then we'll go over questions. All right. So 500 here, you need a platinum, you need 300. Okay. So as you see here, I've got 266. 166 of this doesn't count. Okay. But if I want to shoot for 1-star here, I can count it as 167, meaning I'm still over, but I'd still qualify for that now. Okay. So now if I wanted to go for what, plat or 3-star, I think I need 1,500 and I can have 300. So I can shoot now for 3-star on this one if I want it. Okay. But as you see, so here I have 110. So to qualify for platinum, I don't want to add any more here. So I've got 1, 2 over 100. And then the rest, I have to add up the additional 100 on my own to qualify, which you see here, I've got 84. So I've got enough now. Okay. Let's just say, let me show you one other of my accounts. Let me show you the pay on this one. All right. So here, this is gold. I don't think I got platinum on this one yet. Platinum pay, because I am a platinum, right? Hold on, let me see where I am on that. Yes, so I am a platinum, but I haven't got the pay yet. I guess I must have just hit that one too. So as you see, I was just paid gold. And as you see here, I'm not going to get the platinum bonus of $1,750. I'm only going to get a gold bonus because I don't have 300 paid. Okay. And again, I know this is kind of over, you know, your head right now, but I just want to kind of share with you how it works. Okay. So you get your you get your payout for gold, and then you get your bonus. Okay. So next month, what I'm going to get then is I'll probably get, you know, whatever the platinum is on the other account, and then hopefully the 1750. Okay. Now let me go ahead and show you my other daughter's account, which is my heavy leg. Okay. You guys probably heard of a heavy leg, where you start building and it just explodes. So what happened was I signed my daughter up, and then I found Amy. Amy was my first builder. Okay. Amy Cabrera. So if you look down here, she's at 675. Okay. So again, for my platinum, I'm only allowed 100 people. So I'm 575 over on that account. Okay. But she's good for me for my 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star, because I have 600 in this leg. Okay. And then here's my other daughter. So I'm building her up. She's at gold now. So I open that up. And then under her, then you look, and then you go, I did her second account. I ended up signing my sister up as my second silver. And then I've got my boyfriend's uncle here, who's actually, he kind of dropped to bronze, but we got his wife to silver. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be your direct to qualify for silver. So if you look here, we got her to silver. Okay. So that's how that works. So let me go ahead and show you the pay on this one. So this one, she's the platinum also. So let's look at the wallet. Okay, so this one we did get the platinum. So Marni Lou, my second account, just got to platinum. So here I qualified for the 2,500 plus the bonus, okay? And that's probably because of my one heavy leg. I had enough people that were paid in. So I got the full bonus, okay? I didn't get it here, but I did get it here. Do you see that? Okay, and again, that's where you want to look here under how many paid, right here. So I had over the 300 paid both months, okay? So again, I know it's a lot of information here, but I just wanted to show you that it does add up, guys. It does help you. Again, my goal is you have to make sure any account you bring on, you want to build it and get your monthly covered before you bring on your spouse, your brother, your mother, your child, or whatever, because you don't want to have any added expenses, okay? But definitely, look at least to get to bronze, guys, because that will cover your monthly. You won't have that added expense. You'll get that extra 10% commission coming in from whatever they book. And that's all on top of your commissions that you're making on the travel. Okay. So I don't know what else.
Thank you, Marni. Awesome.
You're welcome.
So I know a lot of you, even if you've been in the program for quite some time, you haven't been able to see one of our top income earners and actually see the realization of the money. And so she's working this, she's in the trenches with us, she's grinding, her kids are helping her. Now her boyfriend's on board and he can help as well. So we really just wanted to take a second to thank you, Marni, for spending the time with us tonight and really just like opening up and sharing and showing it and giving us those pro tips. And again, this is being recorded. So for those of you who are saying you were a little bit lost in the chats, once we put the recording out, go back and watch it and take notes yourself, and then you can send us any questions that you may have beyond that. So what I want to do now is we're pretty much at the hour mark. So if anybody needs to hop off, we totally will not be offended. Thank you for the privilege of spending an hour with us tonight. And so if you need to log off, and again, we see the numbers plummet here in the participants list, we won't be offended, and have a great night if that's you, especially if you're on the East Coast. So what I want to do now is I have just a couple of things that I wrote out that I wanted to highlight or touch on. So if you're taking notes, you can write this down and reiterate it. I'll pass it to Crista if she has any final thoughts, or to Marni, and then we'll go into some questions. I'm going to keep the recording going because, again, these questions might be able to help somebody later on. So again, if you need to log off, we are totally not offended. Thank you for spending an hour with us, and have a great and safe evening. Enjoy your dinner if it's that time where you are. So a couple of things. So when Marni was showing her back office, you might have seen that there were some extra payouts of like $10 here and $10 there. Sometimes our very gracious founder, David McCovey, will actually do an incentive that you sign up per agent. I think he did it was either September or October last year. So let's say that you brought on 10 agents at $10 a pop, you are making an extra $100. So pay attention to the announcements that are put into the chats and the Rising Tide Facebook, because you might actually see some extra incentives that come out, for a week, for a month, or whatever it is for new signups. So pay attention to that. Another thing that Rising Tide that we're going to start working on is actually posting in the chats how much each rank paid out every month, because they do fluctuate. So if bronze was, I don't know, $80 and executive was $47, we want to make sure that we're getting that information to you guys so you have a ballpark figure of where those numbers are currently looking. So we're going to work on that. Marni, since you already have your screen displaying, can you pull up Rising Tide 3 and just show them where to find that success steps so that they can see it for our new agents? If you haven't registered, risingtide3.com. It's actually under the tab that says so much more. You click Rising Tide Success Steps, and then you hit the blue box. And then this is actually what you need to know. I know we have several new agents on, like I can see Jessica. Thanks for coming. This is where you're going to find, if you're in your 30 days, you're going to push for this. We just had our new gold consultant, Justin. He actually got his $49 back from achieving this in his first 30 days. Now, what you're going to notice is right here at the bottom, okay, you need a code for attending a team building training. Scroll down a little bit more. I think it was, let me see where it is. So I'm going to give you that code now. Okay, so the code that you need, because this does count for your success steps, is 81181. So for anybody who's new and needs to advance in their chats or in their trainings, the code is 81181. So make sure you put that down for your success steps. Another thing that a pro tip that I would recommend is in your calendar, either like if you have an iPhone or an Android, put a reminder or put something on your calendar that says when your monthly is due. Even though I've only paid my monthly twice, so the third time I didn't have to pay it, I still have that reminder in my calendar to this day for all my accounts. I have 2, and then Ray has 1. I know exactly when those are going out. So if you're not sure if your credit card is up to date, make sure that you go in and you update that, and Marni's going to pull it up right now. It's under account and then update payment information. And this is where you would enter in, make sure your address is correct, especially for agents who are going to be getting 1099s for tax purposes. Always make sure that if you move that you update this, just in case, make sure the credit card on file is the right one. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Just because it happened to me, I went inactive and I was like, why? And it turned out that my expiration date, I got a new card and I forgot to update it. So again, make sure you guys keep track of this, because you may not have the money in your account and you don't want to go inactive. Okay, guys, so keep that in mind.
Yes, and learn from our mistakes so it doesn't happen to you, that's for sure. And then don't forget that the payout for the residual is the Friday after the 15th of the month. So it's very important to know, like if, for example, that we went through the calendars and we looked at February, just looking ahead, when that residual would pay out is going to be Friday, February 19th. And then for March, it would be Friday, March 19th, and on it goes, because that date actually fluctuates. So make sure you pay attention to the calendar. Again, I have it marked in mine when residuals will pay out, because you need to grab that money by 12 noon if you want it out on that Friday.
Can I add one other thing on that?
Absolutely.
Sometimes we get paid residual maybe early or something. And remember what you want to look, because a lot of times you get paid and when you withdraw money, which we didn't show you that, but when you withdraw money, I'll show you real quick. It will keep in, let me go here, withdraw funds, okay? When you withdraw money, it's going to automatically keep the money in there. 69 is held in there, okay? But what happened is, it happened to me and I didn't get paid one of my gold accounts because I took all the extra money out. You go right here, you put the extra money in there and you click next and request funds, okay? You have to do it first thing in the morning when we get paid. But what happened was we got two of my payments came out before the next residual hit. And I was like, why? I always leave enough in there. But because we didn't get paid again, or I had another thing where I do CBD oil. And so they took out the CBD oil for like $75 and then the 69. I only left enough in there for the 69. That's all that's being held. So I ended up losing out on one of my accounts for that. So definitely make sure, you keep track of how much is in here and that you look forward to when your payment's due and when the next residual is due. So you don't end up losing out. Okay.
Perfect. Yes, just remembering that $5 is really important. Okay. Now, for anybody who's gold and above, the recommendation, and luckily I haven't had to learn this the hard way, at 9 p.m. Pacific, a minute before, a minute after, whatever you need to do, a minute after, a minute on, make sure that you take a screenshot of your back office showing that it says gold. And we recommend doing this so the night that it turns, so like in January, that'd be the 31st, 1st, 2nd, all the way to the night of the 7th, you want to take a screenshot just in case you need that proof of evidence for pay. Marni, would you like to add some color to that one?
Yes, I want to, as I said, a lot of times it does not update. Okay, so you could bring on your 15th person or your 3rd silver at 8:58. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go here and you want to make sure you take a picture of the account showing that you have 9 in that account. Because it may not show silver, it may not show gold, because what happens is it'll go into and show her as or your first account as silver, but you still won't show gold. Okay, and then you'll be like, it takes you like 2 hours for it to update. So right up here, it may not show what your status is until like 2 or 3 hours later. Okay, but yes, definitely take a picture of your account. Let me just go into a newer account just so I can show you. Is this one? Nope, that's not one. Hold on. Sorry, I just want to show you real quick. This is my son's account. Okay, so this is gold. So you want to make sure you take the picture of, you've got the 15 here, and then you can go down here and see that this one's a silver, this one's a silver, and that one's a silver. So you take a screenshot then, and you have the time there showing, 8:07. So that way, if there's any question, you can say, look, at 9 o'clock, I was, gold, and then you have the backup.
Perfect. Okay, and then one last point that I wanted to bring up, and this also came up in the chat. So thank you, Charity, for answering that for Cheyenne's question. If you're a gold and above, you have the ability to actually send an email directly from the system. So a lot of you may not have known that or may never seen it if you haven't gotten to gold yet, but she's going to pull that up as well. Under my team, it's simply where the email signature, the email icon is, it just says email my team. And so you have this unlocks when you become a gold or an above. And I didn't actually know this for over a year myself. Do you want to just touch on that real quick, Marni, and then we'll pass it over to Crista?
Yeah. Now, you can't pick and choose who you want it to go to. It's going to go to every single person in your downline. Okay. So like for me, I will go into my main account, and anybody in Beach Bosses, no matter if they're in Infinity, Relentless Dynasty, or wherever, Maddie D's, it'll go to them. So now, like in this case, this is just my son. So yes, I can go into just my son's account. So again, you can't pick and choose who it goes to, but it's kind of good. I would do usually one every 2 weeks or a month. Hey guys, remember, get your accountability partner, get your $49 back, do the steps to success, or we're doing a training coming up or whatever. But it's kind of handy, and it pops over. People cannot respond back on the email. You get a lot of that. But it's kind of cool, to keep in touch with your people, just say, hey, residuals are coming up, or it's the end of the month, get those rankings in, or something like that, or Carnival's doing a training, get on it, because again, you want to focus on the travel. But you do have this, which is optional, that we offer for you guys.
Perfect. And then I'm going to answer one question from the chat, and then I'll pass it over to our lovely co-host, Miss Crista, if she has any final thoughts or if she'd like to help us answer some questions. So Tia Short just asked about the federal ID number, or the EIN. It's actually free. There's no cost to that. As Charity has put in the chat, all you have to do is go to irs.gov, type in the search bar that you're looking for an EIN, and then you'll be able to sign up for that. That's another key point that we'll do a training on later. But a lot of us that did have EINs attached to our accounts were able to get that $1,000 from the SBA loan this past March, April, May as well. So make sure that if you haven't done that yet, it's totally free. It does not mean that you're signing up for an LLC. You're still eligible for the errors and omissions insurance through Archer, but it is free. It only takes about 5 minutes or so. Just take the time to do that so your company is registered. And if any grants do come up in the future, submit the application. You'll have an EIN number. They'll ask for that in any applications. Moving forward, we might see some extra money pop up. We're not sure what's going to happen with the government, but that's the way that you're able to apply for that stuff, is with your EIN. So with that, I'm going to give it over to Miss Crista if she has any final thoughts, if she wants to add any color to this, if she took notes and she wanted to add on anything that's gone over tonight, and then we'll wrap up and make sure we get you guys to dinner or to bed this evening. So Crista, the floor is all yours.
Hey guys, what an amazing training this has been. I have, every time I hop on, I'm always learning something new, just how to work the back office. And just, I think that's what's great about these trainings, is just all of the little tidbits that we learn here and there. I just kind of wanted to open the chat. I know that we've been putting some questions in there, but if anybody has any questions right now, throw them in the chat real fast. We're going to do a little bit of a Q&A if you want me to answer anything, maybe on the presentation that I did put on. I know it's a lot of information. I know it can be kind of confusing. Maybe you need to watch it a couple of times, so once it's recorded, you'll be able to. But if you have any questions, feel free. You do one EIN. So you're going to do one EIN as a sole proprietor, not as an LLC. It's going to be as a sole proprietor. And then you can have 2 accounts under one EIN. Marni did just go ahead and put that link in the chat box for you guys. It is free. And so again, like I said, you can have 2 accounts on one social security number and 2 accounts on one EIN. Oh, you're welcome. Any other questions? I think Molly and Marni, that's a tongue twister. I think they got a lot of great information out there. I just want to answer any questions. When you say 2 accounts, do you mean 2 names? Cynthia, so we were discussing, you can have 4 accounts. 2 of them under your social security number, and 2 of them are going to be under your EIN, because you can only have 2 accounts per one. Rosalie, what is the legal LLC? Well, first of all, you guys, I want you guys to get out of your head, completely wipe it out. Do not get an LLC. Don't think about getting an LLC. Don't bat eyelashes at an LLC. Don't do it. It kicks you off of Archer's errors and omissions insurance. And I don't know how many of you have gone out there and looked about getting your own insurance. It's not cheap. So just don't LLC. So you're going to do sole proprietor, which basically means that you can't have any employees. I'm not a tax person. Molly has a lot more info on that, but you're a sole proprietor, don't LLC. The chat's going kind of crazy, but somebody said, thanks for the evening. Renee, you're welcome. I hope you learned a lot today. Just saw and sign EIN. Thank you. How does the 10% work? Is that how much the full package costs, or your agent commission, if that makes sense? So Nicole, you're getting 10%. Remember how Molly was showing the sign, so there's 100%. So say you booked a cruise and you're getting 16% is the commission. You're bringing home the lion's share, right? You're getting the 80%. Archer's getting 10%. And then your sponsor is going to get 10%. So your agents below you, they're getting 80%. And then your, there you go, it's up on the screen. Your agent's getting 80%, you're getting 10%, Archer's getting 10%. So I hope that makes sense. That's how the commissions, that's how the commission works. So you're getting 80%, your sponsor's getting 10, Archer's getting 10 of that 16%. So you're not getting 80% of the total cost of the vacation. You're splitting that 16% or 15% or 10%, whatever that vendor pays out.
Can I answer the one that Morgan asked about, can you make other accounts to build your team?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. So as I said, I had to build mine because I didn't have team builders. So that's when I added my kids. Now, Matt, I'm going to use him as an example. I don't know. Can you see my screen?
No, just go ahead and share again.
Okay, there we
go. Perfect.
Okay, so this is my daughter's account, okay? Let me just show you the dashboard. And I'm using Matt because he's on here because he's all over, you know, he's the just got to be platinum. So congratulations. So I'm using him because he invited everybody to my pool party. But so as you see, we got 22 personal, and then you go down here. And this is my downline. Now, as you see, I've got different people, but here I show Victoria Rose. She's a bronze, but we've got 400 people here. Well, that's kind of strange. So how is that? Well, so you open it up and then you see here, go down. Victoria Rose, again, just a bronze, but she's got 399 here. You click there. And then you find Matt. Okay, so Matt, as I said, he did it the right way. I mean, he went bam, bam, bam. So he did his account. He got to, he's got his 15 people. He's like, okay, what do I do now? I'm going to go in and I'm going to create Matt D's number 2. Okay, I got that to 15 or to 9. Okay, because again, he was shooting for gold. So he didn't have any builders. So I'm going to go ahead and do another account and another. So he did 2 socials and 2 federal ID numbers. He got 4 accounts. He built his own gold. Okay. And then what happened? He did the same thing. Then he started with this one. And then he went in. Now, as far as other accounts, you know, he has now builders and stuff. Michael's a builder here. Terrence is a builder. So he ended up, you know, teaching his team then to grow the way he did. Okay. So as you see here, he became platinum and grew his own 3 accounts to gold. So he was a quadruple gold. And then he hit that 300 mark. Now, again, his 300, he's over now. Right here, he could only count that as 100, but here, you know, that 60 doesn't count. But now for his platinum, he now needs to get, he can have up to 167 per leg. So again, that's, you know, so he can still grow all these to get to his now 1 star. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with you. You can build yourself and make your own aces, or you can, again, help others, you know, go, you know, maybe share with one of your agents. Okay, for everyone you bring in, I'll give you one or something, because again, they're your team. You're helping them. You want to help people. Okay. You know, just like some of the bonuses, like Molly said, the founder does, you know, everyone you bring in, you get $10 for or whatever. So just watch for those. But you know, we have different ways. So again, Matt does a more advanced training for team building, and so does Charles. This is just a beginner to kind of give you an idea. But yes, you can build your own teams because like I said, when I started 5 years ago and started building, I only had 1 person in September of 2018. And now I'm almost up to 2,100 because I found a few aces, like they say, 4 aces in a deck. Okay.
All right, so I don't think that we have any more questions. Again, we just want to thank you all so much for your time tonight. Yes, go ahead.
Larry did ask a question. I just wanted to touch base on. I didn't see anybody answered it. Larry asked if you had to have an akimbo card for each account. And as far as I know, you do not. I just inputted my number for my akimbo card in all 4 accounts.
Okay, let me touch on that only
Okay,
because
yeah,
because now that I'm making over 10,000, you can't have over 10,000, because that's what I did. All my daughter's accounts, everything, because I was doing the business, I was making the money. You can only withdraw 2,500 a month. So, you know, you're kind of stuck there. Once you hit 10,000, they can't deposit anymore. So you're kind of capped out there. So you definitely want to, once you start building, you want to do separate cards. Okay. So Matt's going through that same thing. He's got 4 accounts. He's like, how do I get my money? And now he's kind of stuck because they only allow you up to 2,500 per month. And he's making what, 5,000. And, you know, so it's like, I was transferring to my daughters and then having here, let me just show you real quick. Not that, you know, you guys don't really want to know, but I want to show you. I'd have to go in and I'd transfer 1,000 over here, 1,000 over there, so I could get the money because it was kind of hard. So this is my daughter's account.
So
and I had my account.
You can only transfer $2,500 like to your bank account?
You could only 1,000 per day. So you do 1,000, 1,000, and 500, 1,000, 1,000, 500. And then you can go now, look at my main account. So, so I'd have to transfer to my daughter and then withdraw from there. So you can do 2,500. You can go down to the post office and get $24.95 because the fees or whatever. So you can collect 2 $1,000 money orders and then a $4.95 because you have a fee. So you can withdraw through your card at the post office and get money orders, or you can transfer to your bank, but only a max of 25 per month. Let me just show you, because I'll show you what except for I think I already transferred it all because it wouldn't allow me. I only have, but when I try to transfer, let's just withdraw. Let me just do the $5 just so you can see. Oops, you're over your limit. Okay. So I just, again, this is stuff you find out later. Nicole's like, oh, I didn't tell you about that, you know? So when you start getting up there, yes, you want to make sure to order a separate card for each of your accounts. You can do sub cards and stuff, but I think it still works the same. You have a limit. Okay. So keep that in mind.
Crista, did you see any other questions that we may have missed as we finish up tonight?
Nope, that was it. Just that one question.
Perfect. So we hope that this brought value to each and every one of you. We also hope that this will get you dreaming and inspired, and so that you can see that you too can do this. If Marni can do this, if Crista can do this, if all of our leaders can do this, you can too. So we just want to say have a great evening. Thank you again so much for your time. Thank you again for Crista. Thank you for Miss Marni. They're such an inspiration to our team, and we're very lucky to have them. So you guys have a great night, and we'll get the recording out to you as soon as I can get it uploaded to YouTube. Have a great evening, everyone. And again, thank you so much.
Thank you. Care. We don't see at the beaches of the world. We'll see at the bay. No. Love you guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Have fun. Thank you. Molly and Krista, great job.
Thank you.